A Carpenter's Prayer tells the inspiring true story of a pastor and his family who set out to build a church in the 1970s, and along the way they faced challenges that threatened to unravel everything.
Yeah, the film stars Stephen Baldwin, Bethany Ann Lind, and Reno Reyes, and it's written and directed by our next guest, Matt Webb. Thanks for joining us, Matt. Great to see you.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's good to be here with you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I know we set it up and kind of gave a little bit of a synopsis, but tell us about your movie.
Well, the movie is actually based on a true story, which is pretty cool. The one of the guys I work with, Lance Clark, he told me this story back in 2019 of his father and his mother, who were pastors in Michigan, rural Michigan, working for the United Brethren denomination, and they were tasked with bringing four churches together under one roof. And the day before construction was to begin, their contractor had a heart attack, and they didn't know what to do. So they prayed, and rolling into the bean field was this old jalopy, and Glenn Frank stepped out and into their lives. He was sort of a washed-up country singer with alcoholic tendencies and all kinds of challenges in his life. And they invited him in to be the carpenter on their project, and he changed their lives, and they changed his, and really the whole community was transformed through their experience together.
Inspiring story there.
Yeah.
And so you said you learned of this true story a while back. How long has it been from sort of inception to completion? How long has this process taken you to get this film out there?
That's a great question. We actually started in 2019. That was when I first heard the story, and then it took about 2 years to write the movie, and then it took. So we filmed it in the summer of 22, and then released it limitedly with like a premiere and everything in the spring of 23, and then we got it out into theaters this summer, and now you can stream it all over the place, and it's an honor to be able to have it out there to the world.
Yeah, maybe you could fill us in on what it was like to work with this amazing cast.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. We had such a wonderful cast. They were super generous. We had the opportunity to work with Stephen Baldwin, which was really a lovely gift. He was very, very generous. And Bethany Ann Lind, who you might recognize from Ozark, and so many wonderful characters. It was really a treat to work with these kids, the two boys who play young Lance and young Troy, and to just see their energy and their excitement. Really, it was such a beautiful experience bringing this cast together to tell this story. I have to say, Jeff Dernlin as Glenn Frank is just phenomenal. He really steals the show, and he's a wonderful musician. He actually plays all the music in the
Wow.
movie,
Wow,
and he used the real Glenn Frank's guitar in the film. That was the prop that he used, was the actual guitar that Glenn played back in the 70s.
What a great tie-in.
And he's actually since put out an album of movies from the film. And so it's really he's been such a joy to work with, and has really become a dear friend.
Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing. So what's something that you hope that viewers kind of take away from this film?
Hope. I mean, really, that's the main thing. So many of us deal with challenges in life. For Glenn, it was addiction, but that's not it. He had grief and abuse and all these kinds of things in his life. But all of us are dealing with challenges. Doyle wrestles with his own mental health. The kids have dreams, and they don't really know what that looks like to try to see them come to fruition. The community struggles financially, but they have dreams of what could happen. We really hope that this movie brings a real sense of possibility and joy. It's a story about not just Glenn's redemption experience, but really the entire community's transformation.
Yeah.
And so, so we hope that folks walk away feeling a real sense of hope for themselves, for people that they love and care for who are struggling in life, and maybe even an imagination for how they might be the hands and feet of God to those around them.
Yeah, well,
Great,
thank you for
great
joining
message.
us. The
Thank you
film
so much,
is A
Matt.
Carpenter's Prayer, and it's streaming right now on VOD platforms. We appreciate your time
Thank
today,
you
Matt.
very
Thanks for
much.
joining us.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.